The 511 model, where was the genesis of that? And when did you start hearing that the 511 model was going to be maybe a popular opinion, not only in the SEC, but apparently by other conference commissioners?
It seemed to me that the automatic qualifier, it kind of felt like we were going in that direction, right? Commissioner Sankey, and he made it very clear they were looking at a lot of models. But then there were some hard questions. Well, what if the ACC and the Big 12 get better and, you're not looking out for the best for college football? And first of all, that presupposes that television revenue gets generated in a different way. The ACC and the Big 12 aren't going to be better than the SEC and the Big 10 in football, period. And the reason why is revenue. And because their schools have the highest amount of revenue, they can pay for the best coaches, the best facilities, and most importantly, the best players. So this isn't going to change. The SEC and the Big Ten have both averaged more than 5 teams in the top 16. So it was almost like they were throwing a bone to the Big 12 in the ACC, saying, look, we'll give you 2 teams each. Listen, moving forward, if we go 5-11, there's going to be years one of those conferences doesn't get 2 teams in there. Because when all this stuff came out, I think the SEC coaches pounced on it and said, oh, yeah, they're not good with that? Okay, fine, let's just go 5-11 then. The heck with only taking on 4, and then there are no guarantees. Now, the danger with that is that you're counting on the College Football Playoff Committee handling
put a lot of faith
charge.
in them.
Well, and frankly, they dropped the ball. So you would really have to trust the College Football Playoff Committee. And to his credit, Commissioner Sankey said he wants to gain more information about that. In other words, he didn't come out and say, well, we've been saying, hey, we want transparency. We want to know why you think what you think. We want to know how you arrived at the decision. And we want to ensure the strength of schedule is going to be factored in. But then the famous answer that I got from Ward Manuel on one of those teleconferences was teams don't control who they play. Well, that doesn't mean you can dismiss strength of schedule. You can't go, well, they don't control it, so we're not going to look. No, that was a bad excuse for a bad logic and rationale that led to Indiana being ranked very high in those early rankings, setting the bar so that Indiana wouldn't drop. I think we could learn a little bit from that. And I'm not saying they're going to get rid of the college football play. They're not. They're going to keep this committee. But I think having more knowledgeable people in the room and stronger people in the room is going to make a difference. And the SEC needs to hope so, because for the foreseeable future, the college football rankings are going to determine the pecking order, regardless of what model we go with. Hopefully 5-11 goes through.